welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and today we're looking at Revive from Aporta Games. I'm going to do a full unboxing here. We'll take a look at everything inside. But look at the cover. It looks really nice, and I like how the image sort of wraps around all four sides of that box there. But I think it's a bit of a distraction to what you're actually doing in the game. I have played the game, and the flower is sort of like a weird choice just for like a image there on the cover, because most of the game you're kind of building in this frozen underground type situation. So let's read what it says, and we'll get into all the components. Of course, it's a game that plays in about 2 hours, ages 14 and up, 1 to 4 players. Designed by Kristian, Østby, Helge, Meissner, Anna Wermlund, and Eilif Svensson. So 5,000 years after mankind's downfall, you must revive civilization, lead your tribe to explore a frozen world, discover secrets of the past, and recruit followers to your cause. Every choice will shape your tribe's destiny. Play as one of 6 unique tribes and relearn their ancient technologies, unlock machines, and customize your board. Recruit followers that work well together. So there's a lot of really cool kind of mechanisms that work together in this game. And the cards that you get, can be played in various ways and assigned to different things to trigger. I think they're just called machines. But there's some good combos. I really liked my first play of this, which is why I wanted to pick up a copy. So, it says stop. This is the campaign deck. Don't shuffle or look through. So maybe we'll just leave this one safely out of the unboxing video, since it talks about not looking at anything campaign related. So we've got quite a few baggies, because I know there's going to be a lot of punched out tokens here. So maybe we'll get right into the cards, since they're right on top first. All right. I know you've got some like kind of starter cards, and then color-coded type stuff that you can combo off of in the game. All right. So let's see. Here we've got some references on what you can do on your turn. And, like reset your lever, play a card, flip the switch, that kind of stuff. Then I believe these are the secret goals for each player. You kind of deal one out to everybody, and then this is ways that you can score. And then based on how many of these colored tokens that you've collected, then what it's scoring will be modified by however many you've collected. So if I had 3 purple, then all the energy that I have is multiplied by 3 point, that kind of stuff. So that's what these are for. Then these, I think, are most of the bulk of the deck that you'll see. And a lot of times, you've got these, they can be played at the top or the bottom half of your board. And there's these various resources that you're going to be using, and that's, kind of how they get provided to you. So the artwork's pretty cool. Good quality cards. You've got, various, I think just a few different basic pieces of art that represent the different colors that you'll find. You don't want too many, I guess, because it's all about like trying to combo off of the same kind of colors. These must be possible starter cards. And, you get quite a few. I think it's like 6 or 7 a piece, to start your hand. And then, you can kind of like pick up cards to reset and that kind of stuff. There's like a whole reset turn, how, a lot of games have. I'm thinking of the game Cryo, where you've got like kind of a reset turn. So here, let's look at some of the wooden components. Set aside the silica gel. So you've got your larger piece here. You've got some of the small building type stuff and little houses. All right, lift that up for the camera. They're pretty good. They're, fairly large, chunky wooden pieces, painted. Then you've got like this crow type black meeple there. All right, and then a couple very big, kind of, almost dice-sized wooden cubes. Okay, we'll set that over here. Then we have the cylinders that track, how you, how many resources that you have, and, which, was it the machines or the unlocked stuff on your board that, you get to place out there. So these are just basically wooden cylinders. Yellow, blue, gray, green, and then a bunch of minty blue wooden colored discs. All right. Okay. Then we've got the energy tokens. So you can spend energy to activate some stuff in the game. And so you're going to have collected a couple of these. They're pretty cool. Kind of like just much thinner wooden pieces than the others. But they're more functional as like, tokens that you use and that sort of stuff. So you've got a pretty cool looking image there for the rulebook front cover. Full color. Let's take a look. Okay, your setup. Game concepts, and then actions. Playing the card, using the switch. Yep. Expanding onto new terrain with your houses and whatnot. And then how to score. And of course, a big part of this is the variable abilities on the different characters. So, yep, a lot of cool references here in the back, but a pretty straightforward rulebook so far. And then below that in the box, we've got some punch tokens. You got your crates that can be, gathered. And let's see, these are some of the pieces that slot onto the sides of your board and then trigger whenever you, play a card that matches that. These are an example of like some of the terrain. Well, actually, this one is one that goes on the outside of the terrain area that you can connect to, and then it will score for you. But you can see these pieces here are the ones that kind of get set out, and you can see how much it costs to uncover it, and then points earned and all that kind of stuff. And so you can see the different terrain that you can build on. So lots of tiles in this game. All right, so a couple more of these slotted machine tiles, another point scoring method, and then some more for the center terrain of the board. Okay, got some point tokens. These are those ones that you collect, and then based on player count, if I remember, like you have a certain number of these, since each color kind of scores a different thing for you throughout. All right, so then you've got your character board, which I think they're different sides. So yeah, you've got options when you look at what they can do, and essentially you're going to be placing your stuff on here, and then they come off the board, when you build them, including, your people. So you've got the Hofstadterians, the Nadir, and let's see, moving on, a couple more. This is the green tokens for that player. So far, it looks pretty good. Good quality, pretty standard cardboard. It's not like too thick or anything. And that's obviously a very nice die cut. Just plops right out. Okay. But you got the Kunaban. You've got the Joex 49. All right. And then a couple more cardboard punch out stuff to look at. All right. Some starter ones that you get to populate. So I'm going to set that aside. And let's look at, I think, some of the most impressive parts of this game is your player board. And I've just picked it up and everything starts to fall out. But let's see, I think it's like that. All right. So if you're looking at this, you can slot cards here and here, or even down here. And then depending on the tokens that are in there, if it matched, that's where you get like extra bonuses. And then there's this one as well. This is kind of where you play out some of your cards. And then this tracks your resources. And then these, I forget what they're called, but they're wild. So you can hold up to 6 of your other resources there. And then you store your energy right in the middle. And then you have these tokens that track each of these paths. And as you move it along, you can basically upgrade and learn new abilities that kind of get unlocked, right? So it looks kind of complicated, but essentially it's just like 3 concurrent tracks going outward or spiraling out from the center. You'll have a switch token that kind of goes here that goes on or off kind of thing. And then these, which are discs that get removed, either removed or added, I can't recall. But, whichever ones you reached is points. So there you go. I think these have different stuff. It might be identical. And I'm trying to look for any kind of like color coding either, with the boards as well, but I don't think there's any color coding going on. So you've got double layer boards, all very nice. Everything's going to hold very nicely in place. Everything slots together. I've really enjoyed playing this. I really liked the look of it. And then one other thing I wanted to show you how this works with your character piece. It slots in right there. All right, so if you've got room on the table, that's where it goes. Pretty nifty. All right, so we're gonna look next. This just popped out. Don't touch the punch board until you're instructed to do so. Well, it was just punched out for me. Did you see that? It just already fell apart. What was the one that came out of that? I mean, I assume one of these, but what was the other one? Vukunter. All right. What was the other one? Well, I don't know. I don't know which one of these is meant to be unpunched. Okay, well, let's maybe just toss that one back in the box since it says don't touch it. And then don't touch this punch board until you're instructed to do so. So another one of these punch boards that says, hey, wait a minute. You're not to use these until a certain part of probably the campaign or story or whatnot. So let's leave that there. And last but not least, oops, pieces are falling down. Let's see. There are a couple wooden meeples here that I didn't get to show that are all part of this like wooden pile of pieces, which are the little workers. All right. So they kind of look like that. Very small, very tiny, but functional. All right. It's good stuff. All right. Now, what does the board look like? Well, they really liked their artwork enough that they put this as the back. All right, but your game board, okay, looks a lot like this. And we're looking at it upside down. So the scoring tokens, or whatever those stonehead pieces are called, kind of sit up here for collecting later. Your starter areas start there in the middle, and then when you connect to an area on the edge, you get that resource. And then the 4 scoring tiles go on the corner. You get to move on this track, and as you hit every 5 points up to 25, you get rewards. And then this also moves up. I believe every time you do a refresh, you move up and you get something. All right, and then as people move up to this, we remove these pieces from the top, and that helps kind of speed the game up a little bit. And then there's point tokens to be had as you climb up as well. So this can kind of help push the game. And yeah, there's a number of things that kind of get rid of these guys. And that I think is really one of the main in-game triggers. But I like the streamlined kind of approach to this. The look of it is very nice. The artwork's very well done. But I think that the way that the game boards work and the kind of synchronizing, your card play really hooked me on this game. And so I highly recommend you try it. But this is everything that comes in the box for Revive, just the regular retail copy of the game. So I appreciate you guys checking out this unboxing with me today. Make sure you stick around on the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, all that good stuff, the YouTube thing. And if you're new to board gaming or you are interested to learn more and maybe introducing friends to board games, I recommend you check out a book that I wrote, which is the world's first board game dictionary called Push Your Luck, the Board Game Dictionary. It has over 800 terms defined of modern board game terminology and jargon, and really helps kind of deep dive, give you the terms that you need to understand what everyone's saying around you about describing games and whatnot. It's available on Amazon, paperback, and Kindle. But stick around on the channel and you'll see more videos like unboxings and reviews. And we've also got a lot of tutorials on the channel, recommendation videos like what's called Off the Shelf, which is like a series of 3-4 minute videos that I just talk about a game of why you should play it because they're either particularly popular, well known, or just great for most people. But I recommend those. Take a look around and see what kind of stuff I've got. I appreciate you guys watching. All your likes and comments are certainly appreciated. So I've been Jared, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.